Tonight, we celebrate a true icon in Sabres history. The face of an era, a Vesna Trophy winner, the winningest goaltender in franchise history, and the winningest U.S.-born goaltender of all time. Tonight, we celebrate Ryan Miller.
I would describe Millsy as a passionate, intense professional.
He's competitive, intense.
Serious. You know, the joke when he was a little kid was you poke him in the ribs, you know, and try to tickle, and he'd look at you like, what was that for? Tell me what that was all about. You know, he's kind of takes things pretty seriously. He's got a plan.
He just had such a strong focus.
Focus is not very important. It's the most important, maybe.
I think the best players have a routine, and they stick to the routine.
He would go to the bench with a stick, right, and just see the ice.
He'd kind of be leaning on a stick. And
visualization and imagery, where you can see things happening in your mind's eye, and it's just as valuable as taking a 2-on-1 on the ice.
His energy that he brought every single day to perfect his craft was one of the best that I had seen.
A guy that was a game changer. When you needed a big save, he was the guy you relied on.
And it's the reason why he reached the pinnacle of the NHL goalie world.
There's no doubt in my mind that that jersey belongs in our rafters.
Now our guest of honor, forever number 30, Ryan Miller.
Ryan is one of those people where when he goes into the rink, he knows every single person. Also, he's very tall and he notices people, so he'll remember, oh, I talked to this woman here and I talked to, you know, like he will remember the fans just like they remember him.
Thank you. Enjoy the night. Thank you.
They're making some good food for everybody?
Oh, yeah.
No interaction with Ryan is a surface interaction. He's going to remember your name, he's going to remember exactly what you told him. That's just who he is.
Good.
So nice
and nice to see you too. Everything's well?
Oh, yeah. I'm so good. I'm only 83 and I'm still kicking.
Look great.
Take care.
All right, we'll see you soon.
So nice to see you.
Yeah, you too.
It was the 1999 draft, and I believe he was in the 5th round.
I knew, okay, Sabres drafted some goalie, but every year they draft some goalie. So it was nothing unusual.
You got to remember, we had 2 first-round picks, Mika Nornen and Martin Biron. Marty, first-round pick, Team Canada backup. Mika Nornen single-handedly put Finland in the World Juniors into gold medal champions. So we had these 2 studs already in the hopper with Dominic Hasek as our #1 guy. I mean, the opportunity for Ryan Miller at the time, I'm sure, as a young man, it could seem quite daunting. Like, where do I fit in this? I do recall that it was always, when can I go up and when can I come up? And I was telling him, I said, Millsy, being a great goalie takes time. It's like making good wine. You have to smell it and let it grow, let it become the great wine that it will be.
The first thing in my mind was, well, that's good that they have Hasek because it'll give Ryan time to develop.
Having Hasek there, I've looked up to him tremendously, and watching him play, it was inspiring as a young player. And then being drafted by Buffalo, to me, it was a badge of honor. You know, they had great goaltending, and I want to go be a part of that tradition.
You know, Ryan was kind of looking forward to a career, didn't know quite if he was going to fit in, if he was good enough. All these things have to fall into place.
He kept getting called up from Rochester and playing 1 game, 2 games, and then being sent down.
We sent him back down to Roch. He was as fiery as I had ever seen him. As you develop, there's a process, and it's the process that you have to believe in to get to the good wine. And so A good bottle, you don't guzzle it, you smell it, and you enjoy it, and then you take in the experience, just like in a game.
From college, I needed time to kind of get stronger. I needed time to handle the workload.
That kind of intensity is invaluable. He wanted to be very good. He wanted to check every box to be very good. I would just send a message, just tell Millsy to smell the wine.
It is my somber duty to report that NHL teams will not play at the expiration of the CBA until we have a new system which fixes the economic problems facing our game.
Leading into the lockout, the hockey world got kind of shaken, but for me, I saw opportunity. I was going to play a full set of games, a full season with one team. I was in a good place with the organization. They were invested in my development. There was no NHL season, so we saw a lot of the coaching staff from Buffalo and Rochester.
I've seen 2 periods of hockey that I know that the NHL brass envisioned.
The entire brass is watching you, and I think that just helped kind of elevate the stakes.
Pansy Miller sweeps the rebound off in the corner after that shot from Pandolfo.
That grew the core of young players like Jason Palmville and Gostad and Millsy.
I remember going down to Rochester a couple of times to catch games. I'm like, oh, wow, that was a really good game by Ryan Miller. There's a guy that maybe in a few years will be in Buffalo.
What a huge win, John.
Sure was, Donnie. You know, Amherst, you talk about being resilient.
So I think that season for us became successful because we were talented as a group, but also I think we understood the stakes. They laid it out for us, and we're kind of like, if you have a good season, next year's waiting. So I think we all took that to heart and made a big push.
The relationship between two goalies is always unique, right? Because you want to play, but you also have to build this bond and this strength together because you have a common goal. You want to win. So early, when Ryan came in, I was a little upset. He was playing all these games. I still remember the very first game I played out of the 05-06 season was a win in Long Island where we won 6-4, and I'm thinking, well, 4 goals, like we'd still won, but that's not going to do it. Like, I gotta be much better than that because this guy is playing all these games.
It's just the way things are. Decisions are made, and it's not for me to complain. And you got to give Marty a lot of credit. He is not a complainer.
But I would say later in the first year, when we got to January or February of 06, and then the team comes together, and we have all this youth and talent that's coming through.
But I think we all realized we needed to be decent, work with each other. We both saw what could be developing here. You know, the games did start to kind of go the Sabres' way. Like, we were finding ways to win. We were finding opportunities.
The relationship with Ryan at this moment became one that we had the common goal, and we knew exactly what we wanted. And so it became a lot easier to practice together, to push each other to the next level, and to do it in a positive way.
How are you?
How you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, bud.
What's happening?
I saw the high and tight yet.
The high and tight is just for you.
Working good.
I wasn't gonna get a haircut, and I'm like, oh, Millsy's coming in.
Oh, no, I noticed. I noticed.
Okay, go do your thing. I'll see you in a bit.
All right, see you, bud.
Millsy has this way of regrouping everybody together.
See some boys. What's up, Waterman? What's up? Where's the beard? I know, I expected the beard. How you doing, buddy?
I mean, how cool is it that Ryan is the one who is bringing us back together?
What's up, boys? Good to see you. Congrats, buddy. Thanks.
Very, very close. It's like a family, brotherhood, do anything for each other.
These guys. What's up, Elsie? What's up, buddy? You too. Congratulations. Thanks.
I wanted to show my support for him, just to, let him know how much I appreciate everything that he did for me as a teammate and as a friend.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Oh, yeah. This is perfect. Yeah? This is perfect.
But what I like about it is he had a chance to settle in with a group of guys where he could be less serious when it made a difference. He used to just sit on the couch between games and just sort of get couch time is what he called it. And I'd come in the house and kick him out and say, go have some fun, relax, And I think he had a group of guys that allowed him to relax.
There's a lot of different reasons why 05-06 becomes a season to look back on.
You saw the way he was playing, that he was catching your attention, and he just looked like he was going to be that goalie that could just carry a team.
the save.
What a performance by Ryan Miller.
Ryan Miller was the backbone of our team, but because we had Ryan back there bailing us out, we felt we could take chances.
Quickly, you realize that this could be a franchise goaltender.
What a save! What a save by Miller! Wow! It is indeed Miller time!
There's another level that some players can get to, and Ryan Miller in 05-06, he reached that other level.
And ultra competitive. A guy that even pushed his teammates to be more competitive.
Without even knowing it, he made me better.
Jason Pominville! Oh, now do you believe? Now do you believe? These guys are good, scary good.
I always kind of compare back to 05, 06, and 6, 7.
We had a great team, but without him, there's no way we're even talking about Game 7 of the conference finals.
There was a reason we got as far as we did, and for me, it's always kind of the benchmark with what a successful team can be.
The combination of his ability to read the game and play the game, to think like a player and play like a goalie, was starting to emerge.
When the city kind of got behind our momentum, I think everything coming together, I think that's what makes it more memorable. We were excited, the city was excited. It was just a real sense of satisfaction.
Hi, man. What's up? How you doing, sir? See ya. Nice to see you. Hey, Bodie. How you doing, Bodie?
My son, Bodie, this is Rip.
Hey, she is a sharp dresser. Yeah, you take after your mom? You're taking after your mom?
I met Ryan when I was shooting a TV series called Man-Eater. I was living in Scottsdale, Arizona. The director of the series was Tim Busfield. Some people might know him as Poindexter from Revenge of the Nerds. And one day we were having a cast dinner and Tim comes over and says, "Are you single? Because I'd like to set you up with my friend's son and he will be in town to play a hockey game in the next couple days. Would you want to meet him?" Ryan showed up at our cast dinner like 20 minutes after that conversation. I looked at Ryan and I kind of thought, we had sparks and we definitely felt something for each other. And Ryan asked if he could take me to dinner the next night, and he did. And then Ryan won that game the next night. So then I became lucky. You know how superstitious hockey players are. They're very superstitious. So yeah, if he had lost, I don't know if he would ever called me again.
How you doing?
Hi. Noreen.
Good to see you. How are you? It's been so long. This is our new one.
Oh, okay.
Kaya.
How old?
She's 9 months.
9 months. Wow. You look just like when you were playing, huh?
Oh yeah, don't change much. A little skinnier probably.
The growth that he had gone through, when he hit around 25, 26 years old, it was his own. He was getting into that fourth level that I talk about. The third level is when he's in the team's head. And the fourth level is when he's the opposition's head.
There's little clearing in front of the right now. Miller makes the save, the rebound. There's a backhand. What a save by Miller.
Well, when he went to the Olympics, he started to just blossom. It was a pure all-star tournament and all the elite goaltenders.
It was cool because you got the sense of that American pride and why I do enjoy the Olympics. Wearing the red, white, and blue, and you have hundreds of millions of people pulling for you. It's a different thing.
He would always call me from the bus after the game. And I wouldn't check the score and say, "How'd you do?" And he said, "I did great. We won our game. We're gonna play this country next."
You can't understand how happy I was for him because of the greatness that I always felt he had within him. And finally, on an international stage, he gets the acknowledgement.
When he came back from the Olympics, was a rock star. Every TV channel wanted him. Everyone wanted to talk to him. I mean, it was fun for us to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It was in Pittsburgh where we played not too long after, and they introduced the guys that had won medals.
Representing the United States of America, from the Buffalo Sabres, tournament MVP, Ryan Miller!
For him to get a standing ovation for a visiting goalie was pretty crazy to witness, and we couldn't have been more proud of him. And then to top it off with the Vesna was a great way to cap off a memorable year.
What's up, buddy?
You're a Sabres player.
Good to see you. Nice to meet you.
Maybe one day he'll be a Sabres player.
What position do you play?
Center? That's a good spot.
Awesome.
How you doing?
Congrats, man. Thanks, buddy.
Congrats, LDA.
Thanks, bud.
That's exciting.
It'll be a fun night. Yeah.
You ready?
You ready for your speech? I think so. Yeah.
They all come in because it's Millsy, and everybody loves him. Everybody wants to hang out with him. We all think he's, well, you know, deserving of everything he's getting, but most importantly, we'll be able to do it all together.
I'm excited to see his number go up. I just think that's going to be so cool. Just looking up and seeing that number 30.
Like it's all of it's still on one level very surreal, and then another, he earned it. I think it's bizarre to know that his jersey is going to be up with Tim Horton.
Everything he's getting, 1,000% deserves. He's earned it, and I'm just really proud, and to be his teammate, proud of him.
Oh, my little Roy toy. Shoes will be kind of still blended in with yours a little bit. You're doing awesome, man.
He's, you know, if not the best goalie that I've ever seen, I've ever played with, and it was a privilege and an honor to be his teammate and a friend.
Proud of you. Thanks, buddy. No, yeah. Boys. There you go. Boys. Enjoy the night, buddy. Enjoy the night. Thanks for being here, boys.
Now, our guest of honor. He was drafted by the Sabres during the 5th round in 1999. What a steal he would become.
Tonight, we make sure Miller time lasts for all time by inducting him into the Buffalo Sabres Hall of Fame and retiring his number 30 from the crease to the rafters.
He is a Hobie Baker Award winner as the top player in college hockey, a Baz Bastian Memorial Award winner as the top goaltender in the AHL, a Vesna Trophy winner as the top goaltender in the NHL, and the most valuable player at the 2010 Winter Olympics. No other player in hockey history has accomplished all of that. Forever number 30, Ryan Miller. We have spent the night so far reliving what made Ryan Miller a shoo-in for the Sabres Hall of Fame. But it's Ryan's enduring connection to Buffalo that makes him worthy of a place in the Keybank Center rafters. Who better to reflect on that legacy than the great Rick Jeanneret?
Ryan, it's me who's proud to be your neighbor in the rafters. And I can tell you, as someone who has been fortunate to witness the entire history of this organization, there is no one more deserving. Ryan, we know what a deep connection you had with so many kids battling cancer through your work with Courage of Carly. So it's only fitting that we honor you this way. The Sabres would like to officially announce the creation of the Ryan Miller Legacy Fund, an endowment established at Roswell Park to benefit pediatric cancer patients.
He's a difference maker. I mean, he made people smile.
He just knew how to get the best out of the kids, and they all looked up to him.
Ryan walked in, he spent a good amount of time just calming me down, like telling me, I'm gonna get through it, just push through and keep going until you get to the end.
People idolize some of these athletes, but at the end of the day, it's about being a human being. It's about showing a general interest in somebody and making somebody else's life better. And that's what Ryan did. You can't fake caring. And I'm telling you, he's a Hall of Fame player, not only on the ice, but he's a Hall of Fame player in the community as well.
I'd like to bring up our rebel with the cause, Ryan Miller.
Ryan, the person, so considerate, big heart, always ready to lend a hand and help out. Like, he would always take the time.
He cared about his teammates, he cared about the community, he cared about people that won't get the opportunity to do what he did.
Pretty amazing to watch how much the community's gotten behind this event and our foundation. We've raised over $500,000.
It rubs off on people a point where he wants to give back. He understands that his role it's bigger than hockey, and he can provide that support to a lot of people in a city like Buffalo.
Well, I was pretty devastated when he was traded.
On his first visit back to Buffalo, he sent me a text message and said, I would like to come and see whoever is at the hospital.
I thought he was gonna fully forget about us, but no, he didn't.
He was an invincible spirit, you know, in a way while he was here, and I think that rubbed off on our patients, and they felt extra strength.
He made me feel normal, not just like another kid with cancer. He made me feel special.
And that is what I will see when I see Ryan's number 30 hanging in the rafters.
Ryan, we thank you and are honored to carry on your legacy in Buffalo.
And now, the time you've all been waiting for, Ryan Miller.
Hey Buffalo, how are you doing? My first time at this arena was in the summer of 2002. And I had come to Buffalo to sign my first pro contract, and I was doing a tour. There's no ice, the rink was quiet, they were doing maintenance, but they left a net, I think it's exactly right there. Kind of nice gesture, I could come out, get to know the arena and soak it in. I tried to picture the place just full of fans just like this. And I remember, you cast your gaze up, and at the time it was Tim Horton's number in the French Connection. And I thought, maybe if I put everything I have into this opportunity, a little bit of fantasy in my mind was maybe I could join them. A day like this is not possible without a lot of help and a lot of support. A career is not something done alone, and I certainly benefited from numerous people. I would like to start out by acknowledging all the Sabres fans and the city of Buffalo. There is no team without the community fully behind the boys on the ice. And I love to play here because every time we were on the ice, it was meaningful. There is a real passion in these stands. And sometimes that passion shows up in the cereal aisle at Wegmans, where I could expect some advice on the last game. Or, walk down the sidewalk on a cold day to be met by a warm hug from someone's grandma. When you know that everyone's watching and they all care, you want to deliver. You want to win. And I think it is this little bit of extra that exists only in a town like Buffalo. I wanted the entire city to wake up in a good mood because we beat the Maple Leafs the night before. When I look back on my hockey career, the first thing that comes to mind are teammates, the boys. Thank you for showing up and having my back today. It means a lot to me that our friendships have lasted so long and we're able to enjoy another moment on the ice. As a goalie, you need someone in your corner, and having Jim Corsi as a goalie coach was a defining moment for me. I needed to build a complete game at the pro level, and Jimmy was able to help me in many ways. I'm gonna mess this up, but grazie mille, amico mio. Did I get it? Got it. Special thanks to Kim and Terry Pagula and family, who have made me feel extremely special this evening. I appreciate this wonderful gesture. I would like to thank my wonderful family who has supported me over the many years I was able to play hockey. There are a lot of sacrifices that are made when there's a hockey player in the family. Mom and Dad, thank you again for everything. You're the best. Dad, you really were my first great coach. And Mom, your endless love and encouragement was a gift. And Noreen, thank you for building a life with me and helping me so much during my hockey career. When you marry a hockey player, you take on a lot of unexpected lifestyle changes. I truly appreciate that you respected nap time as a legitimate part of my work routine. And I'm grateful that you could roll with the ups and the downs and the crazy schedule, and still always had energy to be amazing for me and the kids. I'm so proud of you, Bodie. It makes me happy that I can show you Buffalo. And Kaya, she's hiding, but I love you, baby girl. And I think I can speak for everyone in my family when I say that we felt welcome and included as part of the community. And community is what makes Buffalo great. And that is where my love for the city comes. Thank you for letting me be a part of it. And thank you for this wonderful honor.
And now, Ryan Miller, a legacy forever in Buffalo. It's time to raise the legendary number 30 to the rafters.
Everybody says, oh, Buffalo is so blue collar. No, it's much more than that. Buffalo is passionate. Buffalo is considerate. Buffalo comes in and welcomes you with their arms wide open. But there's a big heart side of it. And I think that's what made Ryan Miller this Buffalo sports person and why people should relate to him.
It's a small market team and close-knit community, and he just soaked it all in.
A lot of people, when they think about Buffalo, they think about Ryan Miller. So it's just, they're now intertwined forever.
That's his town. That's his town.
Such a well-spoken gentleman and an ambassador for the franchise forever. Number 30 hangs in the rafters. Ryan Miller and his family leaving the ice. We stay with you for some time to come tonight yet. Ryan, Marty, and Razor will join us when we come back to Keybank Center in downtown Buffalo on a very special night.
That was special.
Did I get my Italian right?
You got it right. You got it absolutely right.
Grazie mille, amico mio.
Amico mio.
Like, I'm going to mess this one up. I wrote it down. Thanks for being here, boss. You're the awesome. The world. Congratulations. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Love you guys. Love you. Love you. Thanks for being here.
All right. The guest of honor is arrived.
You get the recognition.
You always said, I think it's so amazing when good things happen to great people, and they don't always.
Thank you.
I think it's the exact challenge the Sabres needed on home ice on a night like this. Grind one out. Let's see if we can get that extra point is what they're going to try to do here. Here's a lead pass. Knocked up in front of the
They won. What a play.
The workhorse from Whitehorse finishes the night, and the Sabres win it in overtime, 12 seconds in.
You gonna go fist bump all the guys?
Heck yeah. What a win.
Sabres stayed with it. They found a way, kept hooking pucks to the net. And on a night when we honor one of the best Sabres of all time, but the Sabres come out top. And a great team effort here. And you see Ryan Miller out on the ice right now. Razor, it's thriller time for this version of the Buffalo Sabres.
It's a big win. We win. You got to come around more often.
It's a new generation of Sabres fans. We can get used to this. All the greats coming home to be honored. Tonight, it's Ryan Miller's night.
We know why his number needs to be retired when we look at the stats. But to me, it's the person that he was. It's the leader that he was. It's what he's left as a legacy.
Sure. Bodie. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, thanks.
He's really set the tone, leadership-wise, into what the culture should be.
Hell of a job tonight, fellas. We're trying to write our own history here, and tonight was about honoring the past, and it was very fitting that it was a bit of a goalie duel today. Ryan, thanks a lot for letting us be a part of your special night. I know you already got a sword, but this is the one that means everything. So, there you go.
Boys, I'm really proud of you guys. That was a great effort. I was really impressed. I see a lot of the passion in this room. I've been around the room a little bit. I've been talking to the coaches and the staff. Like, I go way back with a lot of these guys. You guys can make something special here, and that would make me really happy. And tonight, thank you for coming through with a big game. Like, the effort was outstanding, and that was a big thrill for the crowd up there. And that's honestly, it felt good to step on the ice again and feel that energy. I mean, man, it's a hell of a feeling, and this community can give it to you. And you guys are a good team. Let's see what you got, okay?
When people come into the rink and see number 30 of Ryan Miller in the rafters,
they should think of one hell of a goalie.
I'll think of a few things. His passion for the Sabres, his passion for the game, his passion for winning, some of the amazing saves that he's made.
You want to roll a highlight film, baby? Start rolling right now.
There's the one with the stick coming back, and there's so many glove saves. He was so good that he almost made it look easy.
Wow! Double wow!
The number, as we all look at it, it's an integer, it's just a number. And the greatness is what's inside that jersey.
You know, you think about their career, you think about their name, what they did, their legacy, and that's what 30 means to Buffalo.
If you were to say number 30, I would say Ryan Miller.
He's a consummate professional. He prepared for every game, played hard, gave it all.
I think when people look up and they see number 30, they smile, they feel happy, they love Ryan and Ryan loves them, and it's mutual, you know, and that's the best kind of feeling.
The body of work of what Ryan did, wearing that number, just makes all the sense in the world that it hangs in the rafters.
I'm glad I won't be only one goalie whose jersey is up at the roof, so I feel very good about it.
An icon of hard work matching his love of the game, a man of the community, a full-time teammate. The road to success is something that when they write books about him, you should read.